Hey, my name's Skyler Harmon. I've been going to Heart of the Canyons for a little over 2 years now. I was really off and on before that, so I don't count that. My childhood was hard. I lived in an abusive household, so things were difficult when I was young. I was actually raised in church. Later on, I kind of stopped going to church because my family did, because I was only like 9. Eventually, I got back into church when I was like in the 7th grade. Even though the beginning stages of my life were difficult, God just never failed to reveal Himself to me in so many ways. Me and my dad grew distant as I got older, because of how he was, and I grew closer to my mom. I took the characteristics of my earthly father and I put them onto my heavenly Father, and for a while I only thought that God was wrathful or angry with me for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but I took my dad's characteristics and put them on God because that was the closest example I had to what God could be. God was just so faithful in putting godly men in my life who mentored me and poured into me. And the first one of those guys was Moses. I met him when I was 15. I was a sophomore in high school, and he was my first youth pastor. And he just poured into me for a few years. I was discipled by 2 pastors after him, and God, even though my real father was distant, God was just faithful in giving me other earthly fathers, if that makes sense. Because of mine and my dad's relationship and me seeking comfort, big sins like lust crept into my life, and sadly enough, that's a big thing with a lot of other guys. 1 Timothy 5:1-2 is a verse that God used to just really strengthen my mind when it comes to females. Viewing them as sisters, viewing the older ones as mothers, is just so powerful when it comes to fighting lust. Christ just continued to show me stuff like that to help me better deal with that issue. The last time that I really felt God speak to me. I was invited to this retreat. It was a foot washing at this retreat, and I was being so judgmental. I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I was thinking Christ didn't mean to literally wash people's feet. He just means to be a servant. Like, these people are ridiculous. Why are they actually washing people's feet? Like, they're taking it too literally. And so I was judging this event, and the pastor was going around washing everyone's feet. And he was just saying what was on his heart while he was washing that person's feet. And he doesn't even know these people. And he finally gets to me, and I felt numb in a way, and at peace. And he started washing my feet, and I ended up crying. I don't even know why. And then finally he started to speak, and what he said was, "I see a generation running after you. You're going to bring the light of the Father's love to a fatherless generation through your testimony." Before Christ, I was afraid of myself. And now that I've been with Christ for a while, I'm only afraid of Him. changes everything.